Alright, in this video I'm going to be going over the homework in week 2, day 2. And it looks like we had, let's see here, $11 problems in this week. So let's go ahead and start with the first one. Number 1, we have a combining like terms problem. Okay? So this term right here with its sign and this term right here with its sign, they're both like, but this one, because it has a power of 2, is not like to the other two. So when I combine these, -3 plus 6, I just combine their coefficients, drop down my x. And then this is as far as I can simplify. Okay, number 2. So this is a distributing because I can't do what's in the parentheses. So instead I'm going to distribute the -2 through, bring down my sign, -2 times 5. Right, so -2 times p is a -2. -2 times 10 is a -10. I got 2 negative signs. I'm going to make that positive. And I am done simplifying. All right, let's try 2 more. All right, and number 3, I have this very, very long problem, but we will get it worked out. So I have 2 distributings. I have this one and this one. So let's tackle the first one. 5 times x is 5x. 5 times 2 is 10. Okay, remember in this one I gotta take, let me just show I did my sign, gotta take the number with its sign. So it's a -2 times these things. So -2 times x is a -2x, drop down my sign. -2 times 3 is a -6. Alright, now I can get my like terms together. So here are all my x terms. I'm just going to rewrite my equation. Okay, and then my constant terms are the -10 and the -6. All right, so if I get all these together, 5x minus 2x, I get 3x. Then if I get 3x plus 8x together, I get 11x. Now let's get those constant terms together. -10 minus 6 is going to be a -16. And I am done. Let's do number 4. All right, I need to write this in a word phrase. So I could write this 14. This could be add. I could use the word more. I could use the word increased by. There are a lot of different words I can use, but it's going to be 14. Insert your word. Then we could put the quotient of, or probably a better term would just be divided or per. So we'll put 5 per or divided by d. Okay, so I'm just going to pick one word from each one of my word choices. So 14 more, or let's do increase by. I like that word better. 5 divided by d. But remember, you could even put word choices to it. I could say Joan has 14 marbles, and she adds it to 5 divided by an unknown amount of marbles. I mean, I can do anything to be able to understand it. Everyone's is going to differ. My biggest thing is that you get the right operational words in there. Okay. All right. So 5 is W over 182 minus 51. I'm going to write this one a different way. I'm going to use the more than because I like to start out with what I know, and I know 51, don't know W. So I'm going to say 50 more less than, because it's subtracting, W divided by 182. Okay, remember, these phrases can change depending by the word you decide to use. All right, so now we're going to write the algebraic expression. So the product of 6 and y increased by 9. Okay, I know that the product of means parentheses. Down here I can see that 6 and y are going to be in my parentheses, and this is a multiplication inside the parentheses. So I can just write them side by side. Increase means add, and then 9. So my expression is this. All right, let's do 7 and 8. All right, 1 divided by the sum of 3 and g. So the sum of, okay, the sum of means parentheses, all right? And then it's a sum parentheses, so I put my plus in there, and I know that 3 and g is what comes after, so that's what goes into the parentheses. So I do know that I have this, okay? 1 divided by means this is going into that, which means on top of a fraction I need a 1. Or I could write it as 1 divided by, whichever way. 6 less than, so that's a turnabout, the product of, so I know I got a parenthesis, 13 and y. So I have a parenthesis with a multiplication in it, and after tells me what goes in. Less than means the 6 goes behind and it's subtraction. So my expression is going to be 13y in parentheses minus 6. All right, 3 more to go. So 9 says twice the quotient of m and 35. Okay, so twice means 2 times. The quotient of means a parenthesis. Quotient means divide, so I have a division in the parenthesis, and afterwards tells me what goes in the parenthesis. Okay, so if I was writing this, I would either write it 2 times the quantity of m and 35, or 2 times, and I'd write it as a fraction. All right. Okay, so the sum of means parentheses with addition. Afterwards tells me what's in the parentheses. 8 times means it's 8 times that. So that's my expression. Don't have to, I can write a little dot in here if I want, but I don't have to. When they're right beside each other, that means addition. All right, last one. Paul used addition to solve a word problem about the weekly cost of commuting by toll roads is $1.50 each day. Fran solved the same problem by multiplying, and they both got the same answer. So why? Well, let's go ahead and say that so we have two people. Paul did addition. So what he did is he said, I'm going to commute 5 days. Doesn't matter how many days you make it. Okay, just pick a number to test it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and if I add all these up, I have 5, 6, 7, 50 for the week. Now Fran picked a different method. She said, well, if I'm going to commute 5 days and it's $1.50 each day, I can just add that. And she gets the same answer. All right, the problem is that I cannot do an equation with this because I have to keep adding my days. Well, first let's back up. The reason that these two ways get the same answer is because multiplication is addition. It's addition faster. It's repetitive addition faster. Okay? In math, a lot of times, we're not really learning brand new concepts. We're learning a faster way to do an older concept. Because as math progresses, there's more steps to a problem. We need to be able to do it quicker. So sure, Paul can do it this way, but Paul's going to have to keep adding $1.50 depending on the amount of days. Fran can write an expression about hers. She can say, put in the amount of days. It's always going to be multiplied by a constant of 1.50. So just put in, if you only work 4 days in a week, put 4 into my expression and you will get how much money you're going to spend. That is the beauty of stepping it up to multiplication. All right, I hope that helped you with these questions. Please email me in the classroom if you have any problems, and I hope you're enjoying math.